Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. As you heard earlier, it's all systems go for the start of the matric exams tomorrow. But then again, can self-esteem limit academic performance of a pupil? And what can one do about it at this late stage? Let's now get some detail. Speaking to Samara Berrange from Boston Online Home Education to get some advice. A very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for your time. The matric class of 2022 sits for exams among, in the midst of all the challenges that have come ahead of this exam, load shedding being a factor and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic also being a factor that has affected the level of preparedness. What advice would you give as matrics are preparing for tomorrow's exam?
Hi, Mbo. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I think thinking must be accomplished, by action. So self-esteem is built by demonstrating real ability and achievement in areas of our lives, that actually matter to us. So when it comes to building self-esteem in relation to your studies, so I'm speaking to the students now, so start off small. So decide on a section of work that you want to cover, set goals and, break them down into more actionable steps. That's what I would say, and focus just on step one at a time, and support this by, visualizing yourself taking the necessary actions. So these steps will build up your confidence, first of all, which in turn creates a foundation to achieving exam success. So all these factors contribute to building self-esteem in order to positively impact, academic performance. So the important thing to remember is that self-esteem is actually a skill. It's something that we can learn. So there's hope for everyone. So improving self-esteem requires a lot of effort. Firstly, you have to put effort and hard work into improving your self-esteem, and using effective processes like social emotional learning, which help in developing and maintaining healthier, emotional habits that promote mental well-being for both exams and life as well.
It all sounds easy as we talk about it, but of course it comes with its challenges, because to begin with, one has to have a healthy self-image. How does one attain a healthy self-image, especially when it comes to the level of confidence that's required to sit for exams and do well?
Yes, that's good. It's a great question. It's all while we're speaking about self-esteem or self-image, but how do we actually, improve it? So I would say number one would probably be overcoming your self-doubt. That is so, so important. Human beings are hardwired with a negativity bias, unfortunately, and where we are predisposed to notice the bad that happens to us rather than the good. So if you find yourself, mired in a negative thought, focus on what you are saying to yourself, because words carry so much weight. So the language we use when thinking or talking to ourselves shapes what we believe about ourselves. So if you're constantly questioning whether you're good or capable enough, here are some ways to help you overcome self-doubt. So like I said, notice your negative thoughts and how you speak about yourself. Challenge those negative thoughts and speak more positive thoughts over, or positive things over yourself. And notice the things that you do well. And use positive, supportive self-talk. Replace thoughts like, I'm never going to get this right, rather with, I will do the best I can to get this right. And then another one would be reprogram your fear. So fear is really a mental focus and on what can go wrong, or feeling overwhelmed, by what needs to be done. So this can make you put off studying, which in turn increases your fear, creating this vicious cycle, which we do not want. So you need to name and reject that fear. You need to reprogram your brain with different thoughts, like I said, positive thoughts, and then take action in direct opposition to your fear. And I also want to give another tip. Have a don't care attitude. And what I mean by that is don't care about those fears of yours, because you know what, you're bigger than that and you can overcome anything. So remove those blocks that get in the way.
Now, and thank you for your time and that sound advice. Samara Berrange there from Boston Online Home Education, giving some advice when it comes to the emotional well-being for matrics as they sit for exams.